It's too loud. Welcome back to the Lazy Eye podcast. This is Lazy Eye Nation taking over Etiquette Radio. Once again, you guys, this is very exciting. I'm wearing my sparkly pants. I'm dressed like bisexual Waldo because we fucking ballin' right now. We have the Instagrams, we have the Facebooks.
She's organized.
We have the YouTubes, the Spotifys. We are Bada here. We got a Uvas. Yeah, so we're back. We have we're taking the tech shop by storm lately. This is a very exciting month. We're just using insider information. We're not
ruining careers.
We're ruining careers, truly.
Am I gonna have a job after this?
Yeah, that's why
that's part of a game.
That's why I sat you in the corner, so maybe like you're less visible. I'm not gonna say your full name. This is like the witness protection program.
Like they're not gonna know.
They'll never know.
So a couple of interesting things have happened. People are like posting a couple of the podcasts on. Here's what I didn't realize is that I forgot about Facebook, right? Because who thinks about Facebook anymore? But this is what I didn't take into account. Greece is pretty much still on like Facebook. It's like they're almost using MySpace still. Like this
AOL.
It's exactly. It's a different era.
I wish we were still using MySpace.
Yeah. So like what happened is some people, like my mom, my dad posted a couple of stuff. Then my uncle started posting stuff, like reposting the podcast, which is like, I hate having a supportive family. Like,
absolutely.
Like like your support is oppressing me right now.
Yeah.
This is a place to talk about, like, I don't know. Like now I feel like their support is like censoring me. It's very white in my 20s and everyone loves me. I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, my experience that I've had with parental support in these things is they support the idea, but they don't follow through on the content.
No.
So it's all good. Really.
It's all good.
Right.
I have this like dream that like one day like a parent of someone that's applied to the school will check Etiquette Radio because this is the school's radio.
Yeah.
They're gonna press on Etiquette Radio
so repeat.
And it's gonna be like, oh, I love the taste of cum. Where am I sending my kid?
They're like, what?
So we're having a cum platter.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me introduce the people in the room.
Graduating magna cum laude. Zip zap.
That is horrible.
Here with the dad jokes. Here to bring diversity back in this podcast. We've been only featuring women and gay men. This is our diversity initiative. Okay, so let me introduce the people in the room. As always, we have it's the ultimate. All my straight female friends have dreams of one day having you as their best gay.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
I'm getting text messages. Is there an application form?
Yeah, so yeah. So you can email felipe@gmail.com. There is a 6-month waiting time.
Of course there is.
And quiche recipes are not guaranteed.
Okay.
Right?
Do you categorize them like, okay, all the Brendas here, all the Karens here? What's the...
I don't really want to split myself up. So I try to keep one of them for each month.
That's
right?
good. That's good.
And when sometimes a crisis arrives, bad breakup,
You need a...
like skin rash, whatever. And so sometimes I have to push people forward and backwards. So that's why I'm keeping myself up for like surprises.
Beautiful. It's the queer eye to my lazy eye. It's Felipe. I have another one for next week, which is even better that I didn't
Beautiful.
use this time. That's gonna top that one.
The gaping hole to your
Yeah, it gets. I think I can top myself each week. I'm starting easy. I'm starting obvious. And
you top me each week.
A sweetheart, one of the first people I bonded that is actually part of this facility and not a rich kid that their parents are paying for this. It's the how do you call it? It's like the pink eye to my lazy eye.
It's like a sty eye.
It's sty eye to my lazy eye.
Yeah, it may be a tumor eye. I don't know.
Jesus.
Find out on Monday.
Shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Honestly, it's like the gods. It's like the gods wanting you to be on this podcast.
Should I go right up to the camera here for the
please,
viewers?
Please. Give them a little taste.
That is iconic. Oh, the lighting really helps.
The lighting. Beautiful.
It's called sex appeal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. My
So-
imperfections are my beauty.
Exactly.
Stunning. Okay, we've introduced everyone in this room. It's getting very cold in Berlin. How are you guys? What are you guys doing? How are you guys dealing with it?
Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I'm not going out much.
Yeah, also
But
you're Canadian.
I am also coming here. And it's one of those things where it's like there's always that one week in Berlin where I'm like, fuck, I should really buy a winter coat. And that's this week. So hopefully it's not too windy when I go home. But yeah,
It is pretty windy.
yeah, it was windy this morning. I'm expecting it to be windy.
Oh,
I can hear like the plumbing go woo
Beautiful.
through
The podcast is
bunkhouse.
getting fascinating, people.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be our half-hour weather segment.
It's like so specific to like today.
Today.
Like, today
This is-
East Berlin.
This
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
is highly topical.
Yeah. This one's got legs.
Okay, I'm gonna do a thing that I don't normally do on the podcast, but try and interview a little bit. I tried it last time.
Yeah.
It lasted for like 35 seconds.
It's a great intro because I'm here to derail the train, but if the train needs to leave the station, so I can derail it.
Exactly.
You know.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So Kyle,
Hey.
so you're from Canada. We
Yeah.
love them Canadians.
What up?
Actually, I think Canadian is the most featured ethnicity on this podcast.
You've had Michelle.
Michelle, Colette has been like 3 times.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living in Berlin, Kyle?
I've been in Berlin coming up to 4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
That's a healthy amount.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
my,
it's
my
not-
German's terrible still.
Yeah, the STDs you still can avoid. They're not like ingrained in your DNA.
Yeah, no. I think I'm okay.
Do you still
Nice.
eat at normal times?
Yeah, actually, if anything, I'm eating breakfast, which never happened up until this year, until quarantine, really. All of a sudden, I was just making these banging breakfasts all of a sudden, and I was like, fuck, breakfast is pretty cool.
It is a pretty cool meal.
That's too much effort.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, I don't know, you got to replace the Sunday mornings from dancing in one way or another, you know? So
I mean, you'd think clubbing is like a leisure activity, like a physical exercise moment, but really it is hypercaloric in nature.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Berliner Luft is not a diet food
no.
at all. So I guess since the Germans have the baseline of their food pyramid as beer.
Yeah,
We kinda need
potatoes,
to-
beer,
Yeah, potatoes. We need way more potatoes. Love
pickled
potatoes.
cabbage.
Oh, you make your own kimchi?
I have in the past. I haven't in like lately because it's one of these things where I didn't have roommates for a moment, and so kimchi's pretty chill if you're doing it like living on your own. If you have roommates, there's kind of a portion where you like leave the lid off, and it just kind of the house basically becomes kimchi.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
but
not nice for
listen, if the
roommates.
roommates can't deal with kimchi smell,
I mean,
it's
they're probably
not-
racist.
they're probably racist.
Yeah.
I mean, my roommates are total pieces of work too. I think one of them might be listening.
Hi.
Total hosers,
Hi, you
as they
hosers.
say in Canada.
You're the reasons we don't have kimchi. How dare
We
you?
would be eating kimchi right now if I wasn't.
See, what the fuck?
Beautiful.
No, I'm sorry.
I've been going into the German diet because that's the only thing I can afford right now: beers and potatoes. I've been going at it.
A healthy it's a full meal.
It's
you
a
get everything, all the vitamins you
Only
need.
you're only getting carbs.
It's vegan.
it is vegan.
True.
That's-
This is why Berlin is the easiest city for vegans in the world. Listen,
Yeah.
like
Beer,
beer,
potatoes,
potatoes, kind of
ready,
like,
honey?
Yeah.
She's vegan.
Piece of bread,
The horse tranquilizer is essential part of a daily.
Yeah, like
Diet,
the
yeah.
horses don't need to be tranquilized if you eat up all the ketamine.
Exactly.
Like
We're saving animals here.
we're saving the horses here.
I just feel like you're just putting your mind inside the body of like an animal, which is like very important for a human being, you know, to empathize with other species. And so ketamine lends itself.
I
to
mean,
that.
I don't think that ketamine is like a natural state of a horse. It's like you're not getting so much in touch with like their actual life. You're getting in touch with the life that we provide them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to say I feel like a horse sometimes.
That is, I think
mean,
that's valid.
That's beautiful.
I think that should be Berlin's like,
Edgar Allan Poe could never.
quote. Yeah. I feel like a horse sometimes.
I feel like a horse sometimes.
I think Felipe
If you
does
say
as
it-
well,
if-
but
if
in a
you say it
very
fast.
different way.
if you say it really fast, it's also double meaning. But
Wow.
anyways, but yeah, so from Canada. So this is like the 1 week of the year where I should have a winter coat.
So you,
But,
as a Canadian, don't you just grow one? Don't you just become like hairy?
No, I don't. I
And
don't grow
shed.
facial hair. I'm like the one in my family. I basically am built like my grandmother, so like a little Dutch lady.
Nice.
The rest of my family, they're quite manly. actually. Yeah, they've they're
Love that
manly.
for you.
Yeah, what happened?
Contrast, the spice of life, you know.
Yeah. I mean, someone had to be cool.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Fuck that macho like lineage.
Yeah, they can't just all be like,
Yeah.
staring at football, fucking, sports and going to the gym.
Cars.
I was destined to
Shopping
not
for
be like
protein
alpha.
powder.
I'm so happy. Like you can look back to like every like family going back 5 generations. Everyone's like, it's just like a compilation of like pussies and women. It's beautiful.
You're having in 2020. You're having a glow up. Like these are the years of the year of the twink.
It's the year of the twink.
It has begun.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like a way to like like every kind of like podcast and every artist has like a name for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like, do I refer to them as like twink? I need to find no. I like it.
That's my culture feels attacked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I know, but it's not like it's. I don't know. It doesn't have like it's the same way that like. I don't know. I don't even know how to justify it.
You don't need to dodge them at the gay bar. You don't need to like trample over 15 twinks to like go pee.
True.
Right? You don't have that trauma.
That is true. That is true.
Are you saying just because you can physically walk through them?
Yeah, through them,
Okay,
above
okay.
them,
Above
you
them,
know.
over them, around them, whatever. Okay.
They're just it's like when you're like enter into a pool, like you can still move, but there's resistance.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you just have to push a couple of like blonde skinny guys who are just looking for a sugar daddy. Like
Yeah, just the panorama bar bathroom inertia, right? Yeah.
time slows down, movements become more difficult.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board for that one then.
How dare you?
No, I mean to
appropriate
find a
that
name. No, I'm not knocking on your story. I'm just saying it's a nice story. But yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm a bit out of shit today.
What's been going on? You want to talk about your problems?
I mean, it's such like first world problems that I'm embarrassed, but I haven't had like internet connection for 4 days.
I mean, I think that used to be first world problem like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think
Now
now
you
it's a
can't redo
legit. I
anything.
think now people will turn their heads and be like,
A lot of your life relies on a strong Wi-Fi.
it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially now, like working like every project, I need to make like 3 video calls. I find myself like, I mean, even though I use like paper and pen a lot, anyways, I find myself just like being.
Yeah, you really do hate the environment, don't you?
I'm what's called a traditionalist.
A conservative.
Hey
I
man,
can serve it.
if I don't write it down, it's not getting done. So I feel you.
Right?
Yeah.
Pen and paper is very valuable to the way that my brain thinks. Like I'll use computer for like a final version, but I need 10 pieces of paper for the crazy thoughts in my head to be somehow edited and kind of exist before they go somewhere.
I just used to use my body to remember things.
Of course you did.
Like I would always get shit, but I would always have like my entire like hands like with shit written on them, because if I need to remember something, since like most of the time I spent like just using a keyboard, I'm probably going to look at the palm of my hands.
Just like
so if
all-
I need to remember something, I just write it on my hand.
Finals come around. Oh, I got them on my hands.
Yeah, I got it all on my hands.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, for some reason, like I'll let anyone tattoo anything on me, like their dad's name in a bad font, but I would never use like a pen.
What's your worst tattoo?
I actually only have 3, just because I have no money and people are not very motivated. Because I'm too open to do anything that it's not interesting for them. It's just a waste of time. They're like, it needs like 2 hours to do this. Clearly, it's not a
I
dare.
only have a 20-minute patience window, and
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't happen. I have pie.
Okay,
I
okay.
have I have Colette's name because she did my name,
Okay.
and
On
then
her.
I did hers,
Yeah.
and then I have Miss Tootsie.
Okay, Miss Tootsie.
Miss Tootsie.
Continue.
So I don't think I've talked about Miss Tootsie on the podcast. Get fucking ready, people. This is the key to my heart is Miss Tootsie. Colette's birthday present to me is a big frame of Miss Tootsie.
Archival print.
I live and breathe through that woman. I think every like my Tinder bio and like field bio, everything is Miss Tootsie related.
On field, do you just have pictures of her?
I need to
no pictures
Google.
of you. Just pictures of Miss Tootsie.
I think
and,
I
like,
sh-
barbecue related.
No, because
comments.
I still want to fuck.
Listen, if Miss Tootsie was on field, listen.
Oh, I would go hard. I would go
She will
hard.
get mad.
Is Miss Tootsie a chef?
Yeah, she's a barbecue
She's not
pit
a chef.
master. She's not a
the
chef.
chef.
Oh, she's a pit master.
Yes,
oh,
I'm
excuse
gonna get into this. Don't go. Who are you, young
Okay,
Jamie?
shit, dude, I don't know. I was like, I need to know. I was like,
Hitmaster is just a great name.
Yeah, I think my Bumble thing says like if you were president, you would, and I say make Miss Tootsie vice president. It's just all my love for her is very obvious. So she's an 80. I think at this point she might be like 87 year old pit master. They call her Miss Tootsie. She runs Snow's Barbecue, which is somewhere in Texas. I don't know that place. I just
They're not gonna hate crime.
not gonna
I don't-
pretend
yeah.
like I've been there. So
yes.
I should go to Texas.
She has the deepest voice. She has like an Earl Jones voice.
oh damn.
I think just from breathing coal for 50 years, like it's very bad.
that coal miner
In
breath.
the industry, they call that the black lung. I think.
Yes, because it starts and you don't see her face, and you're like, oh, it's probably like her late husband describing her, but no, it's her talking about barbecuing. So, okay, there's a show on Netflix called Chef's Table.
Yeah.
It's all about the best restaurants, the best chefs. It's like amazing. It's like a deep dive into their process and their life. And then they did a Chef's Table barbecue edition.
I haven't clicked on it because I stopped eating meat, but I saw it.
Right.
I should watch it. But
Yeah.
I don't want to tempt.
To be fair,
Did
Colette
you get
is.
cravings?
That's what I mean. I'm trying to avoid them.
Mm.
Yeah, watching fucking Pitmasters is not the way to.
It's not the way to go about
to
it.
continue with my zucchini, which is way overpriced right now. Straight up.
I can imagine you like crying as you try to like put barbecue rub on a zucchini. Like,
No,
it's
just
gonna
I
be
just avoid
delicious.
barbecue sauce in general now. It's like it's hoisin or bust.
I think there's one
Yes.
pit master that also puts aubergines in.
Oh goddamn. Okay.
I'm gonna find him
that episode. I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't have like a vegetarian grill master
at this
episode,
point,
you
even
know?
though it's Texas. Like, come on.
I mean, it has to happen.
That-
Is it all in Texas?
No, I think they have one.
Like,
And
probably like Nashville or something.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I mean, it's the South in general.
Yeah.
Ar-
Yeah, it's
Arkansas.
that place.
Yeah.
But there must have been like one blogger to go there and say
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you should do zucchini.
Do you have a vegan option?
Yeah, there's like that one super triggered person in the boardroom that's always
Yes.
just like, guys, we need to diversify.
We need to diversify
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Have you tried putting tofu next to the brisket and see what happens?
yeah, exactly. This is like why I'm here. It's like why they have the vegetarian one.
I mean, if you're like vegan, do you really want to have tofu that was put on that same grill? Like that grill is just years of grease.
No, dude,
right?
like people
Yeah.
in Vancouver would fucking have a heart attack if they saw like we order like Chinese food often to the funk house here, and I always get the same thing, and it's basically just like noodles, and 100% of the time there's always like 4 or 5 chunks of meat in it, which means like they're using the same tongs and this type of thing. And even at like dinner places, they use the same tongs. If you did that in Vancouver, motherfuckers, like they would go crazy.
I mean, can you blame them? Like, not everyone has the money to have like a whole separate area of the kitchen.
I mean, I
properly do
totally
this.
get it. I guess I'm maybe not that hardcore of a vegetarian, just because it's like if you use the same tongs, it's like okay, whatever, as long as the food itself isn't like ridden with meat, you know. And like at the end of the day, it's like in the restaurant, it's already cooked, it's already there.
Yeah, I think
So-
like Greece's version of vegan, I can't even pronounce it. I didn't grow up saying it, so now I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's like this newfangled pronoun thing. I just don't understand it.
I heard someone talking about it.
There's no Greek word for
Zen.
vegan. like-
There's no Greek word for anything.
Anything.
Anything that does not include lamb or fucking gyros, gyro.
Gyros pasta. Oh.
So I think like Greece's version of like vegetarian food is like take the meat out.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I guess Italy as well. It's like
Yeah, they're always
we
very
cook this
confused, 'cause,
too.
like, why would you
Wait.
just want the sides?
Just take the meat out. It's a stew that has been cooking. There's 5 legs boiling for 5 hours, but there's potatoes in there. Yeah, have at it. There's a tomato or something that's melted. Nibble on it.
I mean, also, I guess if you're like a hardcore vegan, why would you even support a like if a restaurant is like serving meat and it has vegan options.
Because you don't
Like-
want to starve to death, honey. There's
Yeah,
like,
but like there's a little bit of an ethical drama in Conflama here because you are supporting a business that is
of
essentially.
course there is. They have an iPhone and like buy shit from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, but that's
and
like gay people going to Wendy's, right?
I think it's because of the name.
What did Wendy do?
Let's go to Wendy.
Fucking Wendy's like donates heaps of money to Republican Party.
It's like Chick-fil-A and like the Christianity.
Yeah.
Fucking lame, man.
Chick-fil-A and Christianity.
It's Chick-fil-A, right?
or
So back to
It's 'cause-
Texas.
'cause they,
It's
they,
either
they,
Wendy's or
don't, they
Chick-fil-A.
don't they don't work Sundays at Chick-fil-A because
Really? But Sunday's
I
fun
love
day.
that.
because they raise him up.
Raise me up. I hate Christianity, but I fucking love religious chants.
Of the Gregorian variety, by chance? Or?
I mean, listen, I fuck with the 1300s.
Yeah,
I mean, I live for the 1600s.
Okay, word.
Give me that passion of St. Peter. Listen.
Yeah, at this point, we're like fucking like
I'm very lost.
like 100 years into English, so it's like really firing off there on full cylinder.
It's so spicy. Plus,
No,
they
sorry,
use
I didn't mean to
so-
interrupt
so
you. Like they're like I love like religious music sometimes. It's fucking hilarious to me.
I mean, they have budgets. They're
Oh,
the
dude,
only
yeah,
ones
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
budgets.
I mean, they're like every concert's like 10,000 people.
SSL sells more concerts to churches than fucking studios.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Like
I
their
believe
entire like press shit is like worship this, worship that, like huge 80-channel concert.
Also,
like, consoles.
Well, it's
also
like
I
Creed.
think that's like the basic difference between white people and every other race is that like
They have money.
white spiritual music is so funny, like it's ridiculous.
Christian rock.
Every other like culture or race through spiritual music is
Lit.
fucking transcend. Like
Oh yeah, like gospel is fucking amazing.
gospel is insane. Even like I don't know, I watched like the Bob Marley documentary and that like stuff about like the way that they approach like Rastafarianism and making music like there's songs that like it's very like chilling. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think the baseline problem that is there with how white people interpret like Christian music is that
Let's do just one. Let's not do all of them.
It's like, yeah, we just
gonna
make it
take us-
super cheesy and like uninviting to anyone under the age of 45.
I think it's because they have this weird disdain for like virtuosity and actually because no in like a very like real shitty like white people are shit at theology like we've been new but it's how come that most like religious chants right and religious music is meditative in nature or either like at least positive, it tries to elevate like human experience, right? You're trying to say, oh, listen what we can do to praise something that's so much bigger than us. This is the highest quality product that we can provide to like a deity. And then white people are like, we mustn't be too fancy.
Yeah.
It must be simple. There must be simple chords.
Yes, Creed will do. Oh, Jesus.
That's the thing. White people bought you like Christian rock, and then it's,
I want Merzbow at church.
Oh, dude, that would
Like,
be
if
that
we
would
had
that would
noise
get
music-
grandma fucking moving, wouldn't it?
I mean, if we had noise music and like speed techno at church, I would be living.
Oh, we will all go.
They must have some kind of like sect of like religious raves that are like sober and probably underage or something weird.
I
You
think
know?
there's
like
there's this weird like internet cult that listens to like hyperpop,
okay.
which is a vibe. Like I want to listen to pitched up vocals.
Yeah.
Like praising a unicorn god. Like that sounds so fucking fun.
Speaking of which, actually, have you guys seen? There's like a super popular video of like a brony festival from like maybe 2013, and there's like they're doing a rave, and these guys are like going to set up, and okay, it's like the video itself like is surreal. It's like you're like, there's no way this is real, and there's one point where they're kind of going up, and the guy and his partner have like kind of already like they plugged in their USB cables to each other and stuff, and so they're walking like side by side like about because they're on next, but they've already like kind of hooked up to each other. So it's like as soon as they get to like the stage, they probably just have to like plug in like one cable. And so either way, the one dude with the laptop and whatever, he's just kind of like looking at the performance, and he's just walking diagonally across the stage, and he just like he goes down and he just like takes this bail where it's like so bad, and like the laptop smacks, and it's just like it is just like a devastating bail. And then like the whole time the guy in front of him is just still just like playing this like happy hardcore like 300 beat per minute like dong, dong, dong. And it's like a brony thing, and it's so it's just like like everyone's wearing like they've got like outfits for their performances, like and not like even like Yeah, I don't know. Just go find it. If you haven't seen this video, it's essential.
I think it was DashCon.
Something like that.
It was like a Tumblr offshoot, and it went to shit. Like it was like a ripoff, and then like there was like a famous like ball pit, and people started pissing in the ball pit and shit. God. People like ruined the hotel.
There's one part, like if you watch the extended video, there's one part which I mean, of course, I've watched it several times.
Is it by the Internet Historian?
Maybe,
because the Internet Historian did like a 45-minute deep dive on DashCon, which is great video, amazing content. You should really look. I
think he might have. Yeah, but this is like piece of like internet history forever for me. Is so good. But there's one part where it kind of starts off like one video. It kind of starts off with like the guy, and he just like turns down his music mid-say. He's like, "You guys need to just back up from the stage." Then turns his music back on, and then the next scene is like all of a sudden they've probably stopped the music since then, and they've like lined up a bunch of chairs in front of the stage. In the next shot, you're just like, my goodness.
Oh my god!
Anyways.
Have you seen the Orthodox Jewish parties?
No.
Oh, with the jump in.
Oh,
they're wilding out.
Yeah, but
they're wilding out. I love that.
There's like a line of videos or like posted. I've seen a couple of like like private like events, and they do and there was one on a yacht, and the captain was DJing.
Oh yeah, like Paris Hilton.
Yeah,
Lindsay. No.
He brings out the microphone and he's like, no one has ever shake this yacht like so hard, and they all start celebrating. Like, no, we almost capsized. Yeah. And there's like 50 Orthodox Jews just like so fucking happy.
Oh my god.
There's like a bunch of like there's a weird lane of videos of like Jewish gangs, like Hasidic and Orthodox.
Oh, I love when they protest. Iconic.
Oh, like also like stealing stuff but like taking over stuff and they're like speaking Yiddish, like this super niche.
Oh, is
like
this like the New York thing?
Yeah,
there's that one horror documentary on Netflix. Like that level of misogyny is like problematic.
Is it the one that everyone celebrates on Orthodox? What is it?
No, that's the one where she goes to Berlin, discovers techno.
I love that.
Who wrote that fucking masterpiece?
It's not like I didn't watch it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I didn't watch it twice.
Like I hate. Often I will just continuously watch the things that I hate on Netflix because I just want to know how this dumpster fire finishes.
Well, to be fair, it's like better than going back and scrolling for another 2 hours. But
yeah.
And Unorthodox is it's pretty cute, but it's like it's preaching the bad way. No, this other one.
Everyone has been like so. Like when people that you don't fully trust start telling you so much about a show. I don't know. Oh. I've heard too much about Unorthodox. Like it's life changing.
Well, is it the kind of people who like will see like one documentary about a topic and think like, oh, bitch, we've been new.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Now I know. Now that I've seen this romanticized version of like the experience of one Hasidic Jew from New York who transferred to Berlin.
I can write a dissertation.
All the Jews are transferring from New York to Berlin. This is a thing. They're like, yes, this is what they just do, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like, okay, I have another question. Have you seen like that Bridgerton thing? Is it any good?
It's not gay enough.
Okay.
Like it is. I enjoyed it. It's delightful. Listen, if you just give me Cardi B but 1800s orchestration, I'm here, and that's it. It's like imagine like racially diverse, like Victorian era England, but
I love
cuntier, like cunty, and with like
I see. Okay. Cunty.
Yeah, cunty. It's very good. The relationships. I mean, I'm not there for the relationships. I know, like, have you ever seen Emily in Paris, that horrid show?
No, but I did see. I posted a story of a beautiful meme where it's like white girl influencer discovers Paris Golden Globe nomination and then shows like a couple of like things that have like changed the narrative on how we talk about like consent and rape and like African Americans, and they're like, yeah, okay, sure. We like the white girl in Paris, though.
Someone wrote a Medium article about it.
She was outside the Chanel boutique, and her eyes glistened.
What's Bridgerton?
Bridgerton is a series that explores the drama and conflama of rich English families in Victorian times.
Debutantes.
Debutantes essentially. But there's like, it's a little bit spicier. It's less Wuthering Heights energy, and more like a modern interpretation of it with some decent discourse about things like consent.
So they almost probably could have just made shit up on the spot, as far as like the writing goes. When it's like historically, like the historic accuracy is probably
the historic accuracy is out the window. There's references, like for example, the setting is relatively accurate. But like not accurate, but like plausible. Let's say. Yeah. But then they're really like taking.
By the way, I can't wait till we go on the other side of woke, and there's like series where it's just Asian people talking in British accents in Victorian time, like a bunch of
why didn't nobody cast a Victorian person for this?
Yeah, and I was like, no one is white in this.
I listen. If all white people were excised from Hollywood, we would probably have a better time. I'm done with mediocre white people. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like,
I just think Hollywood's pretty shit.
It's shit anyway, but like, I like some of the whites in Hollywood.
I mean, that's the thing. Films are trash compared to like Netflix's level of like diversity and interesting narratives is like above and beyond anything that like Hollywood.
The only reason why Hollywood has still a little bit of a maybe upper hand is because there's just some people that have an automatic funding. Like, there's people that have been doing it for such a long time that they will make a good film and it will be part of Hollywood just because they've been doing it for such a long time that they don't need permission anymore.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of dying.
Yeah.
Like, we're no longer in the world of, like, infinite budgets. Like even someone like Scorsese, like, has to have restraints because it's not automatically that, like, that name is on the poster for the film. It will break even 100%. That's
not true anymore. I know. Yeah.
Well, like I mean, his
Especially
last film went straight to Netflix. No.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe it was purchased by Netflix.
I think that was a decision. I think Netflix approached him.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he did it out of like, oh, I'm Scorsese, I can't get a film funded anymore. Might as well try the web shit.
Yeah, I think like Netflix probably had like a fat check, and he was probably like, oh. Like, they're giving me more creative freedom and more money. Like, why not?
And I can make it 3 hours?
That's the thing. That's Scorsese's, like, wet dream. Because he always does movies that the first cut is, like, 5 hours.
Yeah.
I think Netflix, the only thing they had to say was, like, you can do a 3.5 hour film. Yeah. It's like, I'm in, bitches.
I love long movies. My favorite long movie is, like, it's either the U-Boat, the, like, classic German movie.
U-Boat is gnarly.
Director's cut.
Super good.
Like, 4 hours.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay. I might have to check that out.
Right? Isn't it weird?
Really?
Isn't it?
Yeah. I bought a Blu-ray player and watched it. I was like watching it in at the same time with like a friend in Italy. Like we were over Skype, but since we're in 2 different cities,
love that.
Watching it at the same time, like until 2 a.m, and like the final scene, we like almost cried.
Man, if I can find the Criterion collection of that with all the special features, when's your birthday?
It's soon.
I'm gonna be in my 20s soon.
Oh, you're not even 20.
He's not even 20. It's very disturbing.
Not in my
Dude,
20s.
I'm old.
I feel like I'm about to die.
Son.
It keeps coming up on the podcast. It's just an uncomfortable fact that we all have to deal with.
It's just my youthfulness really like makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking old then. Damn, dude. I was like kick flipping before you were born. Like that's crazy.
Oh yeah, kick flipping.
Yeah, skateboarding. Oh, sorry.
Just that's his culture. Okay.
I don't know what.
I'm old, bro. I remember a time before the internet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I recall it. I mean, at the same time too, I was too young to like really like maybe empathize with that era, but I remember it. You know?
Felipe remembers it too. He's seen it on the internet.
Yeah. I saw it on the internet like about a time.
Yeah,
fully. Yeah. The only things I know about like the 90s. I know because of like the internet.
Yeah. Word.
Because like schooling ends at like Second World War, and then there's just like a gap of information, so you just have to fill that up.
So were you born 80 or 99? Sorry,
I was born 2001.
2001. So you were born in 2000. My math is terrible. Dude, I was born in the fucking 80s, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Millennials, see.
Yeah.
Now I'm triggered that I'm not Gen whatever Alpha.
Gen Alpha?
Gen Alpha is after Gen Z.
I always thought I was a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was a millennial.
Yeah, you're
you're a millennial. Okay. I have never heard of Gen Alpha. I think it's millennials.
Because they're like 6.
And then Gen...
I sure hope you don't know any Gen Alpha.
What's the Gen Alpha? When
Is this new?
No, it's just like I think Gen Z ends in 2012.
Okay.
Like people born in 2012.
Okay,
so
what am I?
what
97.
You're like depending on which definition of Gen Z, you're
I
either
love
like,
having options.
I don't know. I just like to switch it up sometimes.
It's like my sexuality all over again. Let's go. Give it to me.
Some people would say that you're late millennial
Fuck them.
or early like OG Gen Z. Your energy is very millennial.
I'll
'Cause
take it.
You
I'll
don't
take
think
it.
about femboys and cat girls.
No, I don't know what that is.
See, to all my femboys
that, makes,
out
that
there.
makes two of us. I mean,
Cheers.
I don't doubt their existence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great
Cheers.
for you.
Thank you.
I see that in your
Yeah,
future.
Beautiful. I'm very lost. So Miss Tootsie,
Wait, back to a legend, a star. An
back to the
icon.
brisket.
Oh my god, is that the
We're
like?
going back to the brisket.
Is that the what's her name? She died on a drug overdose. Queen.
Amy
Winehouse.
Yeah.
That was your impression of Amy Winehouse?
That was also like she
in
is
a
rolling
music
over
school?
in her
How
grave.
dare you? That's like Katharine Hepburn impression.
She sang the songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Amy Winehouse? Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. Back to Brisket. That's her latest
It's
album.
almost more insulting that I guessed her right away with that impression. To be fair. Anyways.
That is, you see, this is your gen.
This is my generation.
What's your generation? I don't even know. Gen
Z.
Z. Okay.
or Z.
That's the
Z in
hubris
Canada.
of the Gen Z.
The hubris. We are going against the gods.
Yeah, because like Amy, you can't say that about Amy Winehouse, honey.
Why?
Because like,
She was a tortured soul.
tortured soul, an artist.
I mean,
No, it's honestly, I like.
She's super
part
talented
of
though.
my program.
If anyone's listening to this, like we recognize she's very talented and amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, like we stan, but also why not?
I know, no, it was a very good joke. I was just trying to make
Thank
over
you.
it.
I am a comedian.
You are a comedian, honey. So yeah, back to the brisket.
Yeah.
I go back to.
I mean, actually, I got kind of a funny story. Like, so you're kind of mentioning how like your uncles and parents were sharing your stuff on Facebook, and you're kind of like, man, this is kind of bottlenecking my creativity because I
Yeah.
don't want to go too far now that I know that you're fucking absorbing every second of it. So for like a long time, I kept like DJing, and my parents like completely separated. I was like, this is one thing, and this is another thing, and they will never touch, for good reason.
Yeah,
And
because there's ketamine in one.
yeah, there's that. But like, I
And
mean,
it keeps the
even
marriage
dude,
together.
In
Yes.
Vancouver, I was playing this guy's party. His name is Matt Troy, and he ran like Van Art and Leisure, and it's like a super gay party. But either way, he liked me, so he always booked me. And so yeah, I'd be playing these like really raunchy parties. And then so finally, like a year or two ago, my parents are coming to visit, and they're like, yeah, we're here on these days. And then at the same time, a friend kind of hits me up to play in London at like a really nice party. And so I was like, all right, let me double check the dates with my parents. And so I go and like look, and sure enough, my mom's like, I scroll through my mom's text, and she's like, actually, we're like, I think they wanted me to play on the 9th. And my mom's text is like, she's like, oh, we go to London on the 7th. And I was like, oh, what an interesting opportunity. And so basically, my parents end up getting on the guest list for this party, obviously. And so they like, it's their first fucking rave, and it's at this club called Phonox, and it's like one of the loudest clubs, and fucking like lasers galore, and you know, British people just get fucking ripped.
Oh, the Brits.
And so and so like basically they come to this like sold out party, and like they have no idea what I've been doing. Like any of the dungy fucked up parties I've been playing are like out the window. They have no idea, and they just see this like shiny like laser ridden fucking club. And they're just like, and you know, like the AR, they're like, yeah, fucking espresso. As soon as my mom's espresso martini's empty, she's got like another one in her fucking left hand. You know what I mean? And, like, my dad's got a fridge of like whatever he wanted to drink just for him. It's like they knew my parents were coming, and it was like, and they just like went for it. It was sick. And so my parents are just on stage, just like, with like just like a ton of like young people, just and everyone is like so ripped, so fucking ripped. And yeah, it was like a beautiful thing. And then after they were just like so proud, and they're like, this is what you've been doing. And I'm just like,
yeah,
yes,
Exactly like this
is
every night.
exactly what I've been doing. Exactly. But anyways, yeah, so it's just like a funny story of like,
That's beautiful.
the like, that will probably forever be their vision of what I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, not even like I do that often, but you know,
great.
yeah, it's not the, you know, dripping roof of like a weird fucking back alley
basement and back alley
butcher
in
shop.
Berlin.
You know.
Meat still hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've like
there's people beating meat in the back. You know. Anyways.
That was a good pun. That was a good pun.
I figured I would just segue into that. It's just funny when your parents kind of like finally realize
It
what
is.
you're doing.
With me, it's kind of the opposite, where I will never be able to match up to their level. Like my mom.
In what way though? Like
my mom has been working in bars since she was like 18. She owned a bar for 10 years. She owns a bar now.
Yeah.
My dad was a crazy Italian in Greece for like, it's like.
Oh, so you mean like their like level of wildness you could never achieve?
Yes,
dude, I'm like, oh fuck, it's so easy for me. I think I fucking outdid all of my family
Your
by
first
the time
time
I was
out.
like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I'll meet people that are like 60 now. They're like, oh, you're like that kid. Yeah, when we were 25, we yeah, okay.
Never mind. Yeah. They just
how
trail
are your
off.
parents?
Yeah. Say
They
hi
stop,
to,
like, they
say
start
hi to your mom.
thinking and stop talking. Oh, I remember when. No,
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, I know
never
your
mind.
parents. Tell them I say hi.
Yeah. Like when my mom was pregnant, she was like in Santorini, and then everyone would do, like,
Body shots off of her pregnant body.
I mean, sure. What she would do is like she would stay.
She
like,
invented the body shot.
If you told me if after seeing your
volcano
mom,
shot.
you
It's like
told
5 people around the belly. Someone spills it, and then there's 5 people
Yeah, just all
just
angles.
licking the residue. Yeah, like
whenever you kick, it's like all the glasses.
yeah, like you know, like my mom started telling me stories like when I was like 10, like 12, 13 or something. Yeah, when I was pregnant in Santorini, I would be at the beach and everyone would party.
Yeah.
Then 2 years later, so I was at the beach, everyone would party, and then they would like come down the cliff in their cars very drunk to get me to go back to the place at like
God.
7 a.m. We're seeing like the sunrise. Then 2 years later, so your dad was doing LSD, everyone was doing like everyone was on acid, they had done like a few bumps, and now they're driving, and like one wheel is like at the edge of the cliff. So like every year she would like one up the same story.
Jesus.
Yeah, so like that's like where I come from.
Okay.
So like my wild stories are like, yeah, I got drunk and forgot a half hour window.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, faggot. We used to do like acid of our tits. This is nothing.
See, like the thing
the
is
times
like
have changed.
I must have got it from someone though. You know what I mean? Like
Probably my parents.
and like maybe
The Dutch grandma.
yeah, honestly, she's a cool one.
Wild
But
enough.
I think my dad fucked around a bit. Like I remember hearing a story like I probably wasn't supposed to hear about, like him driving home in reverse like all the time, all the time from my grandma's house. Like, yeah. Like it was his like forte. He's like, I'm going in reverse, and it'd be like 3 a.m. He'd be driving like, you know. I mean, it was in the same community, but you know, it's like a 5-minute drive.
You know what?
Oh my god.
it just came to mind right now. Sorry, Scotty.
To me, that's hilarious. But
yeah.
also, like, you know what I used to do when I got really drunk is see how long I could keep my eyes closed while biking.
I've done that. That's like did you ever watch the second season of True Detective? I watched
No,
the
I
first episode
watched
because it was really
the
bad,
first
but
one.
it basically ends with the guy on a motorcycle just going eyes closed. But so you bike with your eyes closed.
I bike with my eyes closed. I think my record was like at least a minute, like a full minute. I mean, it was like 6 a.m. No cars around.
I don't trust myself biking with my eyes open.
Yeah, the one thing I did is I once, so like I had a challenge each time when I got super drunk and biking. I'm like, I have to do something.
Yeah.
So the most common one was eyes open but no hands.
Okay.
I once did like 2.5 miles and some like uphills. That's like difficult. And also it's like difficult to stop if you have to and keep the challenge going. So like
Was it like a fixie as well?
I
Like
hear
you
a
have to-
vehicle in front of me. I should brake.
I should try and how do you stop without your hand? Yeah, I used to do a lot of silly shit. I once like felt because like there were like tram lines everywhere, and so like the
wheel
would
in
get
the
oh
tram
my
line.
god, dude, that's like
That's
that's
the worst.
That's the worst. I had like thicker
Lost
wheels
teeth.
because like there's some idiots in Athens that have like the road bikes with the thin. That's not an Athens bike. In Athens, you need a mountain bike.
I never understood people who buy those bikes anywhere, like, because all the cities I've lived in, the flooring, like
Yeah.
in Italy, we have the the San Pietrini, the
Yeah.
small kind of like stones that you would essentially like fill up a street with small
Yeah.
stones and add some kind of like sand.
Yeah.
But that shit's bumpy. Look,
I mean,
I would use a mountain
that's
bike.
that's fascinating.
Athens-
That's fascinating to me because like the best bike I ever had was an Italian bike, and
Bianchi?
no, it was a Massey. Oh man, that thing was.
I love
miss
those
it.
bikes. But in Athens, if you get them, it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. There's like only one street that it can function. So I did have a mountain bike, but still, like a couple of times, super drunk, just like playing around with it, like trying to like tease the.
And all of a sudden, there's just no more. You're just eyes closed like this, and there's no bike under you. Can the camera see?
Yeah.
No bike.
Oh god.
Yeah, I did because I used to like take my bike to work, and I was like always like I'm taking my bike back home. Like after like 10 hours of working and drinking, and then 4 more hours of drinking. And
I
then
am the bike.
The worst is like when it would get like 9 a.m. Everyone's going to work, and you're drunk on your bike, and there's like rush hour.
But people probably think you're like, oh, this guy's biking to work. What a good dude.
Yeah. They're thinking like,
it's
oh,
better than
look
just
at
being
this
on the
kid.
train
Probably
reeking
going
of
to some
like,
class or something.
reeking of like Berghain.
I mean, that would happen now. They're like, oh my god, Greta, yes. But like back in the Okie Smoky days, they were like fucking cyclists.
I mean, to be fair, in Canada, it's like people fucking hate bikes. It's like a big highway. Like,
Greece the same. There's like 5 bikes in the entire city.
Dude, like if you're a biker, it's like motherfuckers are like trying to injure you. People get into a vehicle back where I come from, and they're a different person.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that like there's cities where like drivers are fucking cunts, like professional cunts, then like in Greece, if you have a bike, first of all, it's only uphills.
Yeah.
And downhills.
Well, I mean, you gotta go down.
It's only uphills.
You only notice
down.
going up them though. Let's face it.
Always
You only
going
remember
up.
that part. Yeah.
And there's never enough downhill to bring you any significant amount of
back up,
right?
Yeah.
You'll have like this big of a downhill, and then like this is the amount that you do of uphill, and then you like run out of power, and you're like, fuck.
I know, it's very frustrating. I think only once did it get super dangerous because it was my birthday, and I decided I'm biking back to my place. Everyone else took a cab to my place, and I was like, no, bitch, I'm gonna bike because we've been drinking at least 15 hours. Like it was like
this is the most weird way of like looking at the situation. I'm biking because we've been drinking,
Listen, I'm trying to be safe here.
and I'm gonna close my eyes for like 50% of it.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'm
y'all.
gonna be
Oh,
responsible.
you guys are taking
and take my
taxis?
bike.
No, not me.
Yeah, I think I woke up. I think I woke up, and I was like, hey, what you guys doing here? And like everyone came back to your place. I'm like, okay, cool.
You no longer have legs. Torso
I'm amputated.
Paris, where are all your teeth?
My what?
Paris,
That's a good
what happened to
excuse
your
use for my
eye?
fucked up teeth. Actually, I'm gonna play into that.
There you go. Yeah, sick. Just
No,
make it a
it's
cool
not-
story, man.
It's not bad genetics and bad like tending. It's just a drunken night.
Oh yeah. Do like all the famous like castrati singers in like the 1800s. A horse riding accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bitch, we all know you were in that bathtub filled with goat milk, and somebody went.
Jesus Christ.
Who loses their testicles in a horse riding accident? What did you do?
Were
It's
you trying
only
to
the
write
goat's
it?
milk bath. That's the only possible way.
That's the only way.
I tried to write it
I'm
on
curious.
its mouth.
Does that reference like actually have like a?
Oh yeah.
Is that from something? What is that from?
No, like it was a common thing for like castrati, where like
To get castrated in a bathtub of goat's milk?
I think I'm not sure if I think it's goat milk,
I
but
think
it's
you're
just
making
general.
that shit up.
But
No.
Whoa.
We've been through it. Like
No, I'm actually curious. This is like
because I
crazy.
think it was considered like a mild like anesthetic.
Okay.
Like
Goat's milk?
yeah, I mean you'd have to do it to children. Because,
What if you were a vegan?
Wait, they castrated children in goat's milk?
Yeah, in the 1800s.
I mean, don't get me wrong,
castrati
it's like-
singers.
Yeah,
Do we
and
know
then
about this?
Oh, for singing. Yeah.
And
okay,
in
yeah,
1980s,
it's kind of like the
this-
OG Michael Jackson in a way, which is sad to say, but it's it's true.
you
It's really
fuck it.
fucked
That
up.
was I said also in the 1980s a kid called Michael Jackson. I was like, I started it and you finished it.
There we go.
No, but like if
we're on that beer wave.
We're on yes.
to have the like
It's
angelic
first
voice.
beer. It's like first beer vibes. Second beer, we're gonna be like,
Oh, I need
yeah.
I need my second one actually.
I need my second one too. I think we might desert you for 10 minutes. No,
I mean, I
sorry about
can
Friday.
run if you tell me where they are, or
they're in the fridge. I'll
okay,
go grab them.
I can do it. I can
You
do
sure?
it. I'm fucking quick, bro. I'm wearing my Blundstones.
Fucking quick,
Shit.
bro. What? I think this is the first time
Chelsea
that
boots for those non-Australians. I'll be
Chelsea
back.
boots.
I think this is the first time the word "bro" has been used
Bro.
on 15 episodes of this podcast.
Hey bro.
I'm so excited.
Hey bro.
It's finally bro time.
Bro, you wanna hang out, bro? Huh?
Do you want to use bro to each other now? Like,
bro.
bro, we're doing
it's
another
fucking hot,
podcast, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's still gay when we do it. Yeah, we tried, but it's still.
I was actually watching like a Netflix series where like some homosexuals like reappropriated their use bro. They were like doing some really kinky sex, and they're like, "Yeah, bro, you like that, bro?"
I love that. Let's take.
And let's reclaim their language.
Yeah.
It's the B word. Fuck off,
Right,
bro, dude.
Let's take straight language and make it cute again.
Yeah, like 3-in-1 body wash.
Using shampoo as shower gel.
Oh my god. I was actually I was hanging out with my straight friends online.
The ones you collect or the
No, the accidental
the
ones.
accidental ones. Okay.
And I was ordering because we were gonna play video games together, and we were just waiting in the lobby.
Which video game? Oh, no, wait, League.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
You heard my problems.
I was gonna say, like, I say bro like facetiously and also probably just like residually from playing video games. But anyways.
Oh yeah,
continue.
better than many other words that are common amongst multiplayer video game players.
Yeah. I mean, the straight lingo I like is cuz.
Gazi.
No.
I love cuz.
No.
And I love like people referring to like the kids doing stuff. The kids fucking
If
like
I hear
He's doing it.
the
wife,
kids doing it.
He's doing it. Like that?
if I
Yeah.
hear the wife, I know there's a domestic abuse situation happening.
The wifey.
wife.
The wifey is super
Look,
cringy.
The
isn't it?
wifey.
You know what I love?
To be fair, like there's like a lot of like gay or no, sorry, straight like lingo from back home where I just I'm like glad it didn't catch on to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into
I
it
feel
because then
bad.
I'm gonna subconsciously
Like
embed it.
living in Berlin, it like you realize, okay, I can like
There's
no
certain
longer,
things you cannot
like-
say.
you cannot say. You know what I like? I like a really cool guy going like, yeah, man, my girl and I. I love that.
Can we stop using possessives? Like,
Nope.
Yeah, but
like it's not your
that's
partner, the
Yeah.
person you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
My girl,
Yeah, she's
me girl.
Yeah, but
that's me.
Yeah, but probably in the
That's me, girl.
relationship, she's like excited to go. You know, my boyfriend,
My boo.
my life, my everything.
my bae. That was a bad one.
Bae-
That's dead now, right?
That-
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
I hope so.
God, thank
Okay.
God. I think only like Christian white girls who go on like mission and like wear UGG boots
Still
bae.
say that. Okay, good. Or maybe the Han Solo vest, high boot outfit. Are you familiar?
Oh yeah.
They say
Are
that.
you sure
They
you
still-
understood that? That was
It took him a second.
That was a difficult reference.
because I had Christian Girl Autumn in one hand, and then I had to visualize Disney Star Wars. And
But you know the one, it's like
match.
Han Solo season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They,
what?
they might say Bay still.
It's Han Solo.
Han Solo
Solo
season,
season.
where it's like it's all of a sudden it's like October and the like tall brown boots come out and they come up to the
Right.
knee and then
Yeah.
like the vest and then the white shirt underneath.
So you go
Long sleeve.
picking
yeah.
pumpkins, drinking
Right.
PSLs.
Right, it's like the city girl that wants to
transphobes.
be
Yeah.
like a country girl.
Oh yeah. It's
They've
like
exchanged the cutoff shorts for boots and I mean if only there was a Chewbacca, but
there's this very problematic attitude.
Oh, we should call Ugg boots Chewbacca's.
Yeah.
Chewies.
Chewies.
Oh,
Guys,
dude.
UGG marketing department, hit us up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like you need to somehow put it back in the market with like motivation to make it cool again.
Yeah, because who is cool and
Here's-
buys UGG boots now?
Because here's the thing,
Baby Yoda-
everyone
oh,
that
sorry.
wears Ugg boots now has like 5 disclaimers before they go out. Like they will text you like, by the way, I'm wearing my Ugg boots just because they're comfortable and it's cold.
Yeah. Like, they have to make excuses for it. If you're making excuses for a piece of clothing you wear every time, it's like, dude,
It's
you're
not worth
probably
it.
either a Ku Klux Klan member or someone with Uggs.
Yeah,
It's fucking ridiculous.
Fully.
Come on now, yeah.
My family fought in the Vietnam War.
Sovereign pride.
I lost 2 brothers to Korea.
to Korea. I love that. I absolutely. Hit me up. Survey says if we go to even in like a city in the US and we like show them map of like Korea and Vietnam, it's like which one is which?
They'll be like, that's
that's Louisiana.
Is that Afghanistan?
If yes,
Is that Louisiana?
that's a rock.
Yeah, fucking hell.
They got oil.
I mean, it's tough to like expect. I don't know. I don't want to generalize too much, but it's like
know
if
what
it's
that's
not
like.
if it's not in America, it's like I don't fucking know. Why would I care?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very ignorant around like American geography. Like the only states I know are like New York,
L.A. or California.
LA,
Yeah.
see, New York, California, Washington State. I don't have no clue where
Washington
DC
State's
is.
actually tight. Oh, DC's.
It's like in the center,
DC
right?
is like under like I think it's like tri-state area, right? So it's
I have
like
no idea where the tri-state area is.
it's like New York, Massachusetts,
and then DC's around there.
DC is
It's that neck of the woods.
It's like the
in
filet
Virginia,
mignon.
right?
A little southern of
No,
the
Virginia.
Great Lakes kind of deal, I think. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's the.
Isn't it like the filet mignon of the U.S. where it's like this tiny state
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Vatican City of
Yeah.
America.
Wait,
with less rape?
isn't DC
Or
part
maybe
of it?
no. Yeah, no. Similar.
Similar.
We're here.
There's rape there. Okay. Anyways, what were we talking about?
I don't know. So Miss Tootsie.
Get it, queen.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about Uggs and
talking about-
fashion.
You're getting a defamation lawsuit so fast.
I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait.
I was thinking like Uggs
Yeah.
are like the female Crocs.
I knew a guy with Uggs. They made man Uggs. They did.
I love him.
They did. And
That
he
is
would
horrid.
wear them sometimes. And I mean, it was in Calgary, and so it's like,
Is this person a heterosexual?
yeah, he's straight.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's
Only heterosexual would wear Uggs.
he was quite
No,
wealthy. so
only
he just,
heterosexual
like-
would wear men's Uggs.
To
The
be fair,
guys that would buy girl Uggs.
Yeah.
I respected it a little bit because it was like anytime he went out wearing them, everyone gave him shit. But he was just like, man, they're so fucking comfy. And so it's like I get it, you know. It's like they're
Valid.
comfy. Just
Here's the thing,
But
though.
that's like like those like lazy chairs, like the big brown ones that like
lazy boy.
Yeah, lazy boys. Like if you have that in your apartment and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, but it's comfy, and like, oh, but you have horrible taste.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah,
It takes up the whole fucking
I
living
am
room.
very disappointed in people that have like a balance of style versus comfort, 0-100.
yeah.
I will accept anything that might be like, let's say, 20-80. Give
Yeah,
me
but-
20% style,
But
and I will-
maybe when you go full 100% comfort, you've done ego death. You know, like maybe
You've reached Shangri-La.
Maybe it's like a fucking sense
that
of
the-
enlightenment. It's like you wear man Uggs and you like do it 2 days in a row. It's like fuck, dude.
Also, Ego Death, best heavy metal band name. We're Ego Death.
they must exist.
Ego Def is the name of the noise band that's playing at our like new like
Christian-
Christian raves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Ego Death. Give your life to Jesus. Your
Just
ego
like,
is now
Your
dead.
blood.
you're just scraping crosses together with like piezo mics. Like,
Very Marina Abramovich. I'm like, you could get her into that. You tell a bitch like
More
there's
like
contact
Yoko
lines.
Ono.
she's
people give her
super talented.
People give her so much shit, but she's a legend.
I mean, I like Yoko in a way that like she's creative and cool and like
Yeah.
probably really fun to hang out with. But it's like you probably shouldn't bring her up on like I don't know, on like live TV when you're playing.
Yeah, a lot of people
Shit like this.
talk about that one episode.
Yeah, there's like that one obvious thing.
Yeah.
It's played out to even bring it up, but you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
there's stuff where it's just like
Which one is that?
it's Chuck Berry and Paul McCartney playing on like TV basically, and Chuck Berry is Paul McCartney's like, or is it John Lennon? Sorry, John Lennon.
Yeah, John Lennon.
I don't really listen to the Beatles. For the record, I don't like the Beatles.
Yeah, I don't even know who AC/DC
but
is.
either way, so
Disclaimer, okay.
he's playing with
I
like
like
Chuck
them.
Berry. He's playing with Chuck Berry, and Bill Burr does a really good bit of this, where he's just like, it's this man's like hero, his guitar fucking hero, and he finally gets to play with him on live TV. It's like they're in the peak of the Beatles' career, like they're fucking huge, and then Yoko is just there with a fucking like tambourine or a bongo or something, and she's just over the choruses of "Go Johnny Go," and it's like, and she's just like off beat.
I love her.
Like it's
She's Bjork.
It's really Bjork is so like calculated, I think.
I mean, I have watched the video of Bjork assaulting a journalist on loop for like 10 minutes.
Dude, I've been-
She's like, hi Bjork, welcome to Hong Kong. He's like, you fucking bitch.
Dude, Bjork is sick. I don't know why. Like my YouTube has been like recommending me Bjork videos. This happened with MF Doom before he died, so hopefully. Anyways, I'm not. Gonna
Oh,
do it.
but
Hey,
manifesting.
Anyways, they've been like recommending me these ones, and there's like she's just like such a like little like she's just so like curious and excited about like life, you know, like she's come
Yeah.
from like Iceland, and she's just like so excited about everywhere she fucking goes. Like when she's in her 20s, it's super. It's like it. I mean, obviously it's cute, but I don't want to like play it down as if like it's cute. Like she is kind of a genius. She's like super
Yeah.
calculated, and she like really takes things in as like a fucking like she's super sympathetic, and like I don't know. She's just lovely.
I think it's
she's super
because
cool.
The whole dead inside aesthetic is kind of overplayed now.
Yeah.
Oh, like, oh, you're a sad boy because you live in the 21st century in like a developed country. Boo hoo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
find something new.
And
And
dude-
I think she's kind of an alternative to that. Like she has this. It's shitty to call it childlike, but
No,
that's
but it's
because
good.
that's what we associate it with.
But that's like it's like a really nice compliment, I think, for like what she does. It's very like playful.
Yeah.
And is like her like lack of experience with certain things makes her the perfect person to like step outside the box in a way.
Mm-hmm.
There's even like one of the ones that got recommended to me was like her home studio. And it's funny, all these videos are just like 1 minute, like her in a record store in London, and then this one where it's like home studio. So of course I had to click it, and it's literally an empty room, no chairs, no tables. It's a Tascam Porta Studio, like 4 in, 2 out. A Casio, like the cheapest Casio keyboard, probably like 25 keys on it.
the one with the sampler where you can like talk. Into
Yeah,
it.
it's like all the green buttons at the top. You know,
Okay,
like, you
yeah,
know that
yeah.
one? Yeah. Because there's like some decent Casios, but this like not the one that made the respace. This is like the like $50 like you find at Toys R
what
Us.
is it, the like Alpha One or whatever.
Yeah, the CZ something. Either way, doesn't matter. And it's literally like a tape machine, a microphone, that keyboard, and then this I don't know. There was like this other like little like sampler thing, and she kind of like she plays it like in the interview, and she just like she plays it the way I play it because I suck at playing stuff. She just like makes 3 fingers the same shape and just goes. And she does that like in the interview, and I was like, I love her. I fucking love her.
Whenever I'm at like synth shows and there's like I like go around to the booth and they're like, oh, we're downloading this new like keyboard thing. It's like, do you want to play it? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, oh fuck, don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. I'm like,
Yeah. If I played the B and the C next to each other with an A, it's gonna sound like I know jazz. Because these two are next to each other.
I should really just learn the intro to like, oh, what is it? Na 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 na. The meme one.
A Pornhub?
No,
sorry.
legendary jazz like.
The meme one. I mean, the only intro music that like seems to be relevant these days is the drum roll. But continue.
No, like John Coltrane. I think it's Blue Train. Something on Blue Train.
That's moaning. That's moaning.
I have it because it's in my memes folder.
I think I actually know
But
what you're talking about.
How did John Coltrane become a soundtrack for a meme?
Well, because like music theory Twitter, which is
Probably
a
TikTok.
horrible place to be.
Music theory Twitter?
Wait, where is she? It's like Coltrane. It's some track by John Coltrane. And it's like famously like a very difficult piece. Like he's super fast at his articulations, and then there's like a piano solo, but he's so fast that the pianist like fucks up all the passages.
Yeah.
He's like, and then he goes like, and I should just learn like those chords like na 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 na, and then I'll just like that's the only thing.
Everyone would be like, sick, dude.
Actually, today I watched a bunch of videos of Herbie Hancock fucking up while playing with Miles Davis, and Miles Davis like gets mad, and then what Miles Davis would do, the fucking genius, when Herbie Hancock would fuck up after a while.
Repeat the mistake.
Yeah, so what he would do is like have like a 1 second and then play on his mistake, and Herbie was like, I learned a lot.
I learned a lot
that day.
I mean, to be fair, it's like I think John Coltrane would be a hypocrite if he like was that upset at Herbie for fucking up. To be fair, it's like jazz, no.
I mean, jazz people who are like obsessed with like, no, you need to know the fucking standard, and if you don't play the standard right, like you're an idiot. Like
And
that's a bit cringy.
And I understand that, but like the best jazz is always just fucking noodling everywhere.
Yeah, the best jazz sounds like sample and hold.
Yeah,
like sample and hold to like piano.
Yeah, but like
and,
Miles
as long
Davis
as the guy
was-
knows how to just like do the hi hat and the
Yeah,
ride delicately, just fucking do whatever else you want after
Give me
that.
a snare brush and I'm yours.
Yeah, and then that's it. Everyone else can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, but like here's the thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
agree.
There's probably like one person listening to jazz just fucking reeling
Yeah.
right now. Like these,
because
these fucking guys
fucking-
telling me to put C and B next to each other with an A, and it's gonna sound like jazz. Like
I mean, I agree a little bit because I don't know anything about jazz.
3 keys all next to each other.
I don't know anything about jazz
It was
either,
good,
but
sorry.
I
don't-
love the
yeah.
aesthetics of knowing about jazz.
I don't know anything about jazz, but I've listened to a lot of it.
Yeah, listen to it.
And like not knowing anything about jazz, but listening to a lot of it, it's like those albums. For example, like I can't, even though it's like a cliche, Miles Davis has like albums where you like, you know, like when you hear like, oh, there's this new avant-garde artist doing experimental jazz, deconstructing the notion of jazz, and you listen to it and you're like, bitch, Miles Davis did this in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like there's a point where you go, okay, there's some people, even in the traditional side of the argument, that did more experimental shit than what people are doing now with software. And
Yeah, and probably with like half asleep with the needle hanging out of their arm too, like.
yeah, drug abuse, domestic violence, and then go to the club and fucking smash it.
Yeah.
The most fun I've had with like contemporary, like new jazz compositions is like young people adapt, because like classic jazz tunes were all about like, oh, this is like a popular tune on the radio, let's interpret this in a new way. And they're essentially doing the same with like video game soundtracks or like shitty pop music from the early 2000s, right? And that's fun. But if you actually want to be like, say like, oh, I'm experimental jazz musician, you better like, it better be like,
You better just be
minimum
putting. You
electroacoustic.
just better be plugging inputs into inputs and outputs into outputs and
Yeah,
really breaking the rules.
ADDA converters, like ADDA matrix, like different delay times, like
17 interfaces.
We just lost everyone.
daisy chained.
Um,
Anyways, yeah, sorry guys.
it's a technique I've done like delays
we
with
can go back
ADDA,
to talking about
beautiful.
Uggs and barbecue. Sorry.
Yeah, bring it down to the common.
Okay, let's go back to, so in Texas,
Anyways,
there's this.
I love this storyline. People are here for the storyline, but we're just trying to like avoid you from finishing.
I know.
fucking love it.
Listen, I love finishing stories in like 2
the
hours.
derailing is happening, isn't it?
Yeah,
I see.
don't. If it never fully like completes the story, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Whatever.
about the journey.
It's about the journey. So yeah, Miss Tootsie.
Okay. Respect
She
to
be
her.
she be down in Texas. She's like she started. So her husband had its first episode of Chef's Table Barbecue Edition,
Okay.
Netflix. Go watch it.
Of
Fall in
course,
love
of
with
course,
her.
they reel you in with the Miss Tootsie episode. You know.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That's how Netflix works. You guys are kind of talking about like how good they are at writing. It's like, nah, they write the first episode good, and then the last one leaves you hanging. It's fucking
Yeah.
brutal.
But can I say something?
Anyways,
No.
Let me just say one thing, okay?
you can
So-
if you want.
So I rewatched for the 10th time Interstellar, like at some point.
I went to that by myself in theaters because I knew I was just going to cry the whole
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and I did.
And I did too.
Yeah.
It's the movie that makes me cry every single time.
How?
It's going to be 78 years.
It's so easy, so easy. Like when she's
It's literally just a film of goodbyes.
when his daughter is older and Anne Hathaway is alone on the planet, and he has like a fucking house that they built for him because he hated farming, but someone made a joke about it, and there's like so many layers to it, and you're like, oh my god, and you realize Timothée Chalamet is one of the kids that then is played by fucking. Casey Affleck, that they all die because of the dust. It's just I cry for hours.
I just think it's really fun.
I think I cried like 5 times.
Yeah, 100%. I've watched
It's
it.
just 3 hours of goodbyes and just heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like there's like some nice sci-fi aspects.
Michael Caine dies. There's like science.
I've watched the movie, but like never,
no.
not once have I.
This is the difference between you, Gen Z. Was it?
Yeah,
Gen Z and
we are
millennials,
suckers for this.
like-
Millennials will cry with that shit for hours.
Yeah.
I'm learning about this because in class, that Sophie track about love, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's about love," and I'm like, I literally didn't get any of that.
Which
Oh,
the Sophie track of
L-O-V-E.
It's LOV.
LOV. Okay.
Oh.
There's one that I really
And everyone was
like.
talking about like the aesthetic parallels.
It's
between,
like it's like We Never Said Goodbye. Do you guys know that one? I think that's what it's called. That
Never
one
can
is.
say goodbye,
fuck,
love.
what's
Is that
it
the
called?
Gloria Gaynor one?
No, I'll show you after. It's
Okay.
really good though. It's
Okay.
super like for me it's like hyper cheese, but it's
Okay, I'm
fucking
gonna
good.
touch on Sophie. Finish with Interstellar. I'm on it.
okay,
I'm on
okay,
it.
okay,
I'm
okay,
on
okay.
it.
Here we go. Do you want me to write it
Sis,
down?
Emphasis.
I'm fucking.
Synthesis.
I'm fucking locked in.
Get it.
How's he
get
going to segue the two? Oh my
Okay.
god.
I love that
Paris.
every week you have like a transcendental straight moment that is gorgeous.
I go full circle.
Yeah.
Testosterone just like takes hold for like 1 second. He's like, here we go, Paris.
This is your experimentation in college.
I'm trying something new. I don't know. I'm just very disappointed.
I just want to get some stuff done before I'm 20.
Yeah. Bucket list. Come bucket list.
So okay, so I'm crying watching Interstellar, and then like I watch it like 15th time, crying. Matthew McConaughey has an accent in a different galaxy. It's just romantic.
Yeah.
And then for months, like a couple of tragic things happen. I can cry. Like I'm not an easy cry unless I'm watching a silly movie. Such an easy cry. And then I watch Miss Tootsie on fucking Chef's Table Barbecue.
And you're like, she's working how many days a week? Oh.
I'm not fucking lying. I whipped like a fucking baby.
No shit.
Miss Tootsie touched me on such a beautiful level. That woman has become my essence.
Because I mean, I have to watch the Miss Tootsie episode now. Like, may I ask what
touched you?
At what point in the Miss Tootsie episode did you?
So I think the last 10 minutes are like a roller coaster.
All right. I mean, maybe I should have just asked him and like, right here is where he started crying because I'm crying.
Yeah, so the last, you know what she does? She does a thing that I miss in my life because I grew up. It's very silly, but it's very simple.
Yeah.
I like Greek people. Like older generations are the simplest people you'll ever find. In their hearts, they're a bit racist and sexist because that's all they knew. It's like it's like there's been war.
I mean, you guys have been around since the beginning of writing and stuff like this. Of course.
Yeah, we're not connected to those people. Those people were smart.
But you know
this
what I mean.
lineage of Greek people is like hillbilly. This is like this lineage of Greek people is like Texas.
Yeah, they don't get triggered by the fact that the diagonal of a square is not a whole number. Like
The diagonal of a square is not a whole number. You know that meme where it's the math? Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I can cut
Well,
that
let's
bit
go
out.
back to the Drake.
We can
memes.
edit
This
that
is
part
more
out.
of a Drake memes. Like I like.
Yeah.
see millennials.
Yeah. So there's something about Miss Tootsie is like great at what she does. She fucking burns wood, puts it in a thing, salts a piece of brisket, and makes it delicious. Like she's like, I have no recipe. I put my hand. She's like, do you have gauges? She's like, no, I just put my hand on the oven and I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, bitch, you're a queen.
Yeah. This is like fucking.
And she does this thing where like
Virtuosity.
everyone she knew has died, like kids, husband, everyone. She's alone. Everyone's dead, and she's just fucking
She's still
doing
working.
barbecue.
Is she working 5 days a week kind of thing? Like, is she fucking?
No,
like,
barbecues.
does she own the restaurant at least?
No, she's like barbecues. She goes on Friday, and then Saturday is barbecue day.
Okay.
So then she goes on a Friday.
Like she preps
and
on Friday?
and she works like 24 hours nonstop till it's Saturday
'cause
morning.
It takes a long time, right? For the
Yeah, because she like one of the few people that still uses actual wood that you burn into coal and then you put in the ovens. Because
not like coal plus like chips.
that's most people use like professional smokers, professional like everything.
So you have
is-
like temperature, like actually, like you have
Right.
repeatability.
Exactly.
Makes sense in a restaurant setting.
Yeah, she goes like 8 hours in advance just to burn the wood to be able to build that thing. And then at the end, she has like this kind of like very simple, low IQ emotional moment that makes me tear up so fucking
That's
bad.
such a fucking terrible way of describing it. But go on.
The lower classes with their simplicity of life. Just
Look at her
here.
emotions.
'Cause she says
so
something-
unintelligent.
No, she says something that's extremely dumb and something that's extremely touching at the same time. Where you're
word.
like,
all right.
that son of a bitch made me cry.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have
So
Miss
sweet and
Tootsie
innocent.
on my leg.
That's so
Miss
sweet.
Tootsie is here.
I got some bad tattoos I got for free at
It's not bad.
parties.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's Miss Tootsie. It's bad.
That's a good one. I don't know. I don't think that's a bad tattoo. I think all your
I'm
tattoos are
wearing
pretty
my
good.
tights, so it's not very visible.
I'm wearing fishnets.
I'm wearing fishnets, but yeah.
Oh, yes.
Here she is.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. So sporty.
Colette. She's really good because that gun is actually.
It's a gun.
So it's like a tattoo gun,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it doesn't really work.
Yeah, I got one of those from a tattoo gun, and like, look at how it all settled. It didn't work. It's kind of like a koala with big ears and a floating crown. We conceived it at like about 4 a.m. one night at a party where I
Same.
felt me and my friend weren't really welcome there. Like we were with these other friends that he kind of knew. He was visiting Berlin, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna go." Like these girls, and they were like, "We're gonna go to this party." And then me and Peter were like, "Well, can we come?" And they're like, they're gonna come with us, and they're all just like, well, we don't fucking know these guys, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so we get to the party, and then all of a sudden one guy's got a tattoo gun. I'm like, I know how I'm gonna win him over. Fucking let's give me a tattoo, and that's what we did. It came together, and I mean, I'm not gonna go into details.
I mean, I don't care at all about a bad tattoo.
Yeah, it's just,
I love the aesthetic of a tattoo gun that doesn't really work. Like Colette's gun, it normally needs to be on a certain voltage. Hers will only turn on 3 volts above the actual scale that you need to be between.
Jesus.
So you need.
So it's going faster.
Yeah. So you need to turn it on at like 10, and then try and bring it down while it's on at like 8, so it doesn't destroy your skin. Such a beautiful process.
Or just move faster. Do faster lines.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. Like, so Colette's
Move
name.
fast and break things. That's the.
It's going really fast, Bear, so I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
really
the thing
quick
is,
on this.
You have to be like very patient. Like Colette's name, she's gone over it 3 times, and
Okay.
Miss Tootsie, she's gone over it only once. It was actually
It
good.
looks good. It settled well. I think as well. The guy who did me was like, "Oh, I'll do it. It's my 3rd one." And then so it's like, you're kind of figuring out depth and pace and amount of ink you use. And so, did her name come first?
So the first tattoo I did was this, which
Yeah.
is pie, but it's stick and poke.
And then
the
And it's
first
by
one,
Gina,
the
who's
first
a bad
yeah,
bitch.
it
And
was
so-
a bad bitch.
And so she did that one before Colette, and she went over her name 3 times.
So she did. Colette was my first tattoo from a tattoo gun from Colette.
Okay. See, that's what I mean. So she's getting better when she did
Yeah,
Miss Tootsie.
she's good. She's actually really good. She tattoos herself all the time. Like her leg is like a piece
Yeah,
of.
dude. Like I almost bought an Amazon tattoo gun.
Oh, I'm
and
ready.
I'm fucking super glad I didn't.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm
'Cause
buying
I
one.
would just
I'm
have,
buying
like-
one. I'm going halfsies on one with Colette, so we can tattoo.
Are those expensive? I would imagine that. I mean,
No.
I guess they're.
You can get cheap ones, man.
We'll get a
I
one.
guess like the fact that you need to change out needles.
And then you can make a
right?
tattoo. You can make a tattoo gun with like
the
like a little motor and like an old Bic pen, and then like you can make a tattoo like a prison tattoo gun
the needles
for
are
basically
actually very cheap.
$10, and you can do it. And I forgot what the machine they're using is, but there's a vice thing on it. You can make.
Of
a
course,
tattoo
it's
gun.
a Vice thing.
I
Of
fucking
course.
love-
Back before,
Listen.
like this was like early 2010 Vice.
Yeah.
I love
bef-
early
bef-
Vice.
before
fucking
it was
lit.
Yeah,
terrible.
but the needles are extremely cheap. The ink is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be body safe.
Yeah,
Which is,
yeah, yeah.
like it's surprising. Have you watched the Magella documentary that I sent you?
The what?
Maison Magella.
No, you didn't
send that to
me. You didn't.
Oh wait, is it?
The one about Galliano, the creative director of Maison Magella. And
Oh
the
no, you sent it to
Spring
me. I haven't
2021.
watched it, but because I have no internet for 4 days. But I did. I am gonna I remember that.
Well, Maison Magella is doing this whole thing where they're like, we're trying something new, recycling, upcycling, and so and so they have this entire laboratory set up to test like, oh, is this garments that we're gonna upcycle and sell for like thousands of euros toxic to your skin because it contains lead? So like there's a lot of
Yes.
science that goes on in like color development. I know like
Yeah.
yellow recently got a new makeover and there's like new
Nice.
body safe
No.
yellows
Okay,
around.
okay.
It's a good time for a break.
Okay.
I really need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I should pee. Is there enough
And-
time for a cigarette?
And of course, time for a
There's
cigarette.
always time for a cigarette.
There's always time for a cigarette because it's my podcast,
Fantastic.
and that's a priority, people.
Do you play a song in between?
Yeah, so Felipe needs to get on it again.
Oh,
because
I should have seen some.